Is there life on other planets? Fourth period integrated science is going to try and answer that question by touring the planets, telling you a little bit about each of the major important landmarks in our solar system, the moons and the planets where we think life might be possible, and telling you what we think. And at the end, we're going to tell you which three we think are the most likely to harbor life. So let's go to our first landmark, Mercury.
There is no surface water or water in the atmosphere. Living on or near the surface is impossible, so life would have to live underground and depend on chemical energy. Mercury is hot in the day and cold at night. Life would not live on these temperatures. It is very unlikely, and there's no atmosphere.
Thank you very much. The next landmark we're going to visit is the planet Venus, number 2 from the Sun. Is there life on Venus? Let's find out.
On Venus, life is possible. Venus is heated but has no water. The atmosphere is 92 times the Earth's, but is 97%. Carbon dioxide, there is no sun energy reaching the planet, but there are the same chemicals on Venus as on Earth.
Thank you so very much. That's very informative. The next object we're going to look at is Earth's moon, that was known as Luna. Our closest neighbor. Is life likely on the moon?
The overall temperature of the Earth's moon is negative 23 degrees Celsius. The daytime temperature is normally at 107 degrees Celsius. Nighttime in the Earth's moon is negative 153 degrees Celsius. There is no liquid water really found. In 1998, NASA's Lunar Prospector spacecraft detected ice at each of the moon's poles. It is the same as the Earth because of general chemical composition, but the moon lacks processes that are necessary to cycle chemicals to life. So there's no life on the moon.
Thank you very much, Cowboy. Moving on to our next planet, the red planet, Mars. Let's take a look at Mars and let's learn a little bit about whether or not life is likely on Mars.
Mars has an average surface temperature of negative 63 degrees Celsius. Although there is no flowing water on Mars currently, strong evidence suggests that there once was. The atmosphere is made up of 95% carbon dioxide, and the pressure is around 1/1000th of the Earth's. And because of that, we believe that there may be water on Mars. That's it.
That's it for the inner rocky planets. Let's move to the gas giants and the 4 outer gas giants. We'll go to Jupiter, and that'll stand in for all of the gas giants. So here is Jupiter, and the question we need to ask is life likely on the gas giants?
Gas giants are made almost entirely of hydrogen. It has small amounts of water. The sunlight is really dim, but it may be a viable source. Gas giants release large amounts of their own energy. We think it's unlikely to have life because it's too cold.
Thank you very much. We're going to stay in Jupiter's neighborhood and go to one of its moons. Let's fly to Io and take a look at this interesting looking moon. Is life likely on this moon? Let's find out.
Moon Io is covered in lava and there is no water or ice. There is no atmosphere. The sun may reach the planet. Material for life could be there, but the chemicals would be an important part for life, but life on Moon Io is unlikely.
Thank you. Let's go to another one of Jupiter's moons, the icy moon Europa. Is life likely on Europa?
We believe Europa has life because Europa has ice on it and has a viable energy source, which is the sun and the volcanoes that are underneath the ice, and has materials for life on it, and has 1 to 10 kilometer thick ice and 60 to 100 kilometer deep ocean water.
Thank you very much. Let's stay in Jupiter and look at another moon, the icy moon Ganymede. Is life likely on Ganymede?
There is virtually no atmosphere. Sunlight may be a vital energy source at noon. The average and the surface is 121 Celsius. The upper layers are an even mixture and dark. That processes are necessary to cycle chemicals important to life. Life is unlikely because there is no atmosphere. It is too cold and frozen because.
Thank you very much. The final Jupiter moon that we're going to look at is the moon Callisto. Curious as to whether or not their life seems likely on this rocky moon. So let's find out.
We believe Callisto does not have any life because it has virtually no atmosphere. So meteors can crash all the time, and large amounts of water and ice rock are on this moon. The average temperature is minus 108 degrees Celsius, and we believe it's virtually impossible.
Now our final landmark, our final destination in the solar system. We're going to fly to the moon or the planet Saturn and look at one of its moons, the moon Titan, which is a big old moon with a really cool cloud around it. So tell me, do you think Titan is a likely place to have life?
Titan has an average surface temperature of negative 179 degrees Celsius. There is virtually no water in the atmosphere nor on land. Titan's atmosphere pressure is 1.5 that of the Earth, and it is composed 90 to 97% nitrogen and 3 to 10% methane. We don't think there is any life, and it would not be worth for NASA to explore or study for life.
All right, that's our survey of the solar system and the planets and moons that we think life is likely on. So, the class, fourth period, has decided our top 3. We voted on our top 3 places we think NASA should look at. So NASA, if you're watching this video, our advice to you is, number 1, you should go to Mars and check for life. Well, which you're already doing, so we're okay with that. But the next place you should go to is Europa. Let's get a robot on Europa. We think that's our number 2 candidate for life. And the number 3 is Callisto. So if you have a chance, send robots to Europa and Callisto also. That's our opinion of the best places to look for life. Thank you so much for watching.